Don't call me Mercedes Hogan. Call me Mercedes Omega.
Hey, what's up, yo? My name is Millennial Smart, and I'll bring you the slop, the whole slop, and nothing but the slop. And I can't get any more sloppier than I just got right here after looking at this. This is the sloppiest slop I've ever slopped in my whole slopping life. Okay, so before we even get directly into this article, just to let all the Mercedes Mone fans, or Mercedes Hogan, we're going to call her Mercedes Hogan. Just because she said not to call her that, I'm going to call her Mercedes Hogan from now on out. Before they start brigading into the comment sessions with their little fingers, like, oh my god, I wish this finger was able to go inside Mercedes Mone's pussy. I don't care if it has come inside it already. I don't care, okay? At the end of the day, I know she's a heel. I know, I understand. But I want to actually do a bit of a deeper analysis when discussing this, if you allow me to. Before you people come in here and deflect from the arguments that I want to make. Devonta, you're being worked. No. The only thing that's being worked is your asshole on top of her dildo. AEW star Mercedes Mone didn't mince words when addressing her fans' calls for her WWE return. Link is down in the description box below. The former Sasha Banks expressed her thoughts during an Instagram live, labeling these fans as crybabies. She confidently invited them to watch her instead on AEW Dynamite and at the upcoming AEW All-In event, where she aims to clinch the AEW Women's Championship. And I quote from Mercedes Mone, "Aww." You can watch Mercedes Mone every single week on AEW Dynamite, and in 10 days, you can watch me at AEW All-In when I become the AEW Women's Champion. Thank you, Mone declared. Sorry, it said baby's noise, crying, so that's literally what I did, just going off of what the article said. Oh, man, with high expectations set for the AEW All-In event on July 13, 2025, where she's got a date with timeless Toni Storm, Mone's career is a testament to her resilience and determination to dominate in the wrestling world, where she remains one of wrestling's most talked about figures as she looks to the most significant championship yet to her. What the hell's... What? Who wrote this? She remains one of wrestling's most talked about figures as she looks to the most significant championship yet to her collection? Is that even words? Like, do you put words together and just say to yourself, yep, that makes sense? That didn't make any fucking sense. Unless I'm the retarded one. Who cares, though? But yeah, can we read some of the comments? Like, some of the people who are, like, legitimately crashing out right now. Can we read some of their comments? Here, hang on. I want to go directly to it, because some of these shits are actually fucking hilarious as fuck. I don't know what the hell is wrong with these people. I don't know why they're super duper duper upset at... Now, I know why, you know, because, you know, they're being worked. Even though I will say there is a bit... Like I said, we're going to get to that in a little bit. Here, let's read some of the comments. I was just, you know, passing the time in order to get to the comments themselves. So we go from Cody Crybabies to just Crybabies. Damn, I'm hurt. We don't want her back. She can stay and keep all her unknown belts that mean nothing. She is a good talent, but too much of a diva to warrant support. Who? I don't recall seeing any recent discourse online about nobody wanting her ass back in WWE. Nobody wants her back, Lamau. She sees what's going on and wants in. She is so unlikable. No one wants her back. Get over herself. Who? I don't see any WWE fans wanting her back, Lamau. Her ego is something else. Attention seeker, 0 out of 10 rage bait. Who the fuck wants her back? I've never seen anyone begging for her to return. I just know I don't want her back. She just sucks. This is the example of a toxic woman who only cares for herself. Smuh. Who the fuck wants her back? They don't need, nor do they want her. They have girls now that are honestly better than her. That he wrote it like as a complete run-on sentence, so that's how I figured that's how he actually said it. I don't know. And these comments go on and on and on and on and on. And you know what? Here's my thing. If you guys, and look, You're talking to one of the people who doesn't give a fuck about a Mercedes Mone. I don't give a shit about. I'm super indifferent. I don't hate her. I also don't like her. I don't love her. I also don't need her. She's just there on my television. She does things. She performs things. I see things. I talk about things. I review things. If it wasn't for this channel, I wouldn't even know what she was up to. Outside of the fact that, oh yeah, that was Sasha Banks back in NXT. That's how far gone I'd be right now if I didn't have a channel. But you guys keep her relevant when you talk about her, right? Like, I have a reason why I'm doing it. The reason why I'm doing it is because I have to talk to you fucks on the internet via this platform. You know how that works? Huh? See how that works? I'm forced to have to talk to you assholes. I hate you people, okay? All of you in the audience. I fucking hate you all. Especially for making me talk about this bald-headed Godzilla-looking motherfucker. But at the same time, that's what she's supposed to do, is to get people's attention, and in order to keep her name inside of her mouth. I know you would like to be inside her mouth, but instead she's inside your mouth. See how that works there? Don't talk about Godzilla face, don't talk about horsehair face, and horsehair Godzilla face won't constantly need to speak with words coming out of her fuckhole she calls a mouth. See how that works? See how that works? Look, at the end of the day, yes, Devontae, you're being worked at the moment. What did I tell you, okay? What did I tell you? Turn around. See that brown stuff on that dildo off the end of Mercedes Mone's fake penis? That's your ass getting worked. No one's getting work. Everybody understands what the deal is. Everybody gets what the fuck is going on here. But, as I promised, and as I will give to you, my deep, detailed analysis, that's me typing on the keyboard, by the way, of what I feel is actually going on. That's a little bit more deeper than what is actually going on. Pretty obvious, Mercedes Mone, even though she's working her heel character, brother, clearly she's being somewhat affected by this. It must suck having to jump online all the time as a public figure. Oh shit, had hiccups there. Bass. And having to see people constantly have to look at you and then suggest you suck, or you're ugly, or, you know, you keep going after guys who then you break up with and were fixated, parasocially attached to your life. You know, having people suggest that all your hard work and your credentials and your skills as a talent has no merit because you work for a company and not their favorite company. If you were to work for their favorite company, then they would like you, but then the other side will probably start hating you. It's a never-ending struggle when it comes to being a prominent figure in a tribalistic world such as professional wrestling. But at the same time, though, that just comes with the territory. And I'm pretty sure she understands this. Now, to be fair, she has a bit of a Ricochet complex, right? And I'm starting to see this approach when noticing all the AEW talent. There is a part of me that does understand that in the end of the day, these people are frustrated by seeing a bunch of losers on keyboards talk shit about them all the fucking time, right? I get that. You might even want to throw me inside there for certain wrestlers, right? Again, I do it for a reason. Your reason is because you're parasocially linked. My reason is because I'm trying to get views from your stupid ass. Anyways, though, I can get that can be a little bit overwhelming. But at the same time, you suggesting that you're strictly just playing a character, brother. This is my heel gimmick. I absolutely don't feel this way legitimately. It's a bunch of bullshit. Her calling WWE fans crybabies is legitimately how she feels. And it's not just WWE fans, right? It's strictly people who actually hate AEW and they love her, right? And they're fans of hers. Meaning, you're kind of shitting on your fans. And don't give me that bullshit of strictly her playing the character. See, that's where the working part comes into, right? When you get that shit on the dildo and it's your asshole doing all of that shitting on that dildo. Kenny Omega is a babyface. If she was so much of a fucking heel, then I wouldn't think she'd be putting over the babyface. Know what that means? Huh? Know what that means? And also, she's on Instagram. Now, granted, most people, they typically break character when on social media because they don't give a fuck about the business to the degree of other people as far as how they portray themselves on their social medias in order to keep up their character. But when fucking with a Mercedes Mone, I feel like she likes to blur the lines a little bit too much. Like I said, it's a ricochet effect in the sense of like, I'm going to show you that I'm playing a heel character, while at the same time, I'm not really playing a heel character. Wink, wink. Because I want to be able to get out my true feelings without actually affecting my aesthetic as a heel. Wink, wink. Look, I know that Mercedes Mone legitimately has bad or sad or mad feelings to whatever fans are coming after her, right? But at the same time, constantly hiding behind the whole gimmick, brother. It's all a gimmick. Like, again, Ricochet does all the time. Just know how to be able to work that within its means, right? There's ways to do it. I mean, personally, I wouldn't be getting super upset over people when in reality they pay money to talk to me in any way, shape, or form, right? Whether it's people who are paying for their internet, paying for their cell phone bill in order to come on X in order to type words that go your way and then boost up your algorithm for people to go check you out, or for people who just hate watch you and, you know, they have to jump on television or go on cable and have to watch you through those means. Regardless of it, whatever it happens to be, they're still in some shape or form paying to see you. So to sit there and get all butthurt and crazy and all this stuff, and I will say this too, I think this is thrown severely under the table most of the time when reflecting off of the super, especially the women. And this even goes beyond professional wrestling. Bear with me for a moment. Am I right when I suggest this? I feel like men and their fan bases, they do have them, right? Especially when you focus on actual sports. And it can be a bit tribalistic depending on who the opponents happen to be, right? That's always going to be the case no matter who you're fucking with as far as a fan base. I feel it goes mad crazy with some of the weeboos out there, right? Some of the menlets out there who actually think to themselves that they have a chance with any of the women that they happen to see on their television or social medias. And the people who argue on behalf of the women in any shape or form, whether it's music, whether it's anime, whether it's movies, and in this case, professional wrestling, it's like they see a woman and they just go, caveman brain, ooga booga. Like, they lose all sense of fucking reality and they just say the stupidest shit possible. Whether you're standing the woman that you are infatuated with, and you're just going above and beyond what reality is pertaining to by saying the most out-of-pocket shit when talking about her opposition, or, and you never recognize this, you're scaring the fuck out of the woman you're standing because you're kind of putting her on a pedestal that she herself don't see herself as, right? And then on the opposite side, obviously you have the person who likes to troll the women, and they do it to a degree where you have them stalking the women. When you have, and that could be infatuation also. You go look at Liv Morgan, obviously. There's both ends to the spectrum, right? The infatuation as far as the stalking can be the Chris Chan guy, whatever his name is. Not talking about the fat fuck who likes to make drawings about Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu having some very indecent, let's just say ill. No, not that guy. No, that guy's weird. He fucks his mom. I'm talking about the other Chris guy, right? That's his name, Chris Shan, the Asian guy who was stalking Liv Morgan the other day. Like, he is weird in regards to the other side of the spectrum as far as stalking Liv Morgan. And then you have the guy, for an example, who's on the other side, who's trolling, and he's taking it too far, who started the whole Roxanne Perez, is she dead yet one? And, you know, tried to dox her because, I mean, he's a fucking weirdo. You know, like, I feel like these fan bases, as far as how they actually interact with each other when discussing the women, there's literally no middle ground. Or it's so lost in the shuffle that you don't even get the opportunity to see that, oh, there are some sane people out there who like to discuss professional wrestling in regards to the women. It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. And, you know, with Mercedes Mone and constantly probably getting both ends of the spectrum, you know, relentlessly, and then having to stand behind the heel podium and say, I'm playing a character, guys, and then using that as a projection in order to get your own feelings out. Like, I feel like when she does it, at least it's not as egregious, at least not yet, it's not as egregious as a Ricochet, where he goes so far and beyond the insecurities that lay upon this man inside his heart. And, you know, he goes so crazy with it that he's willing to probably affect a lawsuit that has nothing to do with him because he wants to take it that far. Versus Mercedes Moné, it feels like the insecurities kind of stem off the fact that legitimately people do kind of go after her. Now, she says a bunch of stupid shit, and maybe I shouldn't even be that. I was going to be a little bit charitable, but then you start thinking about all the stupid, crazy shit she said in the past in order to rile up wrestling fans. And again, it has nothing to do with the heel aesthetic when she actually says babyface shit within the same post. Like I said, like now for an example, she, you know, does the whole little heel gimmick while picking on her own fans, but then at the same time, she'll put over a babyface like Kenny Omega by essentially saying that she idolizes him and she would rather be referred to him than refer to Hulk Hogan or something like that, right? It's all just hiding behind the aesthetic and the vibe and the veil that, in the end of the day, can you please just praise me the entire time for what I'm currently doing at the moment? And if you can't do that, then let me pretend that I'm playing the heel, and in reality, I just really want to tell you to fuck off behind the veil of being a heel. It gets cringe after a while. I get where she's coming from in the sense that this is the only way that she can shoot back at the marks, but then at the same time, I mean, you are the highest paid woman in professional wrestling currently, rumored, at least allegedly. You could just rest on your laurels as far as appreciation and acceptance from the fans, and you could just do you, babe, but no. You need my validation, you need their validation, you need the person in the comments validation, and of course you're going to get that validation when the sickos start coming out left and right, attacking me and most people in the comment section for not validating you as a talent, which is crazy because that in itself is the validation. But like I said, with extreme validation as far as what you would like, comes extreme validation for what you would not want, which is creepy fans most likely coming after you and trying to take your booty hole when you don't know who they are. Never let them take your booty hole. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section in regards to how you felt about the commentary. Devontae, you're so mean to Mercedes. Devontae, why can't you just accept our queen for who she really is? She is the best woman of all time. Devontae, if you just stick your penis out for 1 second and pull up a picture of her on Google and just go off at it. Just look at the picture, look at her picture and just grab onto that one-eye sword, and I want you to just twerk it as much as you possibly can until the liquid comes out of it, and you can understand how I feel when I do it 4 times a day. Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. Sorry. Or if you're just saying like me and you look at what she's saying, you laugh at her and you go, you gosh darn kids, and you're hiding behind your heel character. Oh man, finger wag. Oh, you guys are very, very good. Ricochet, Sasha Banks. Oh, you guys up there in AEW land. Oh man, it sounds like you guys have literally no accountability whatsoever when it comes to your boss. But then again, he's one of you. Well, I guess that technically wouldn't make you sane either. We're all fucking crazy in this goddamn what we call professional wrestling. But with that said, all being said, my name is Devontae, aka Millennial Smart, and I'll be catching you fine folks later. Deuces. P. Ice.